First Family.
My name is Heather.
And my name is Matt, and we have three beautiful daughters, Cora, Sydney, and Marin.
And today we are attempting our first ever vlog. We are sharing with you our experience doing the Northern Loop at the Mount Rainier National Park. And this is our first attempt to ever do a video like this, and so we've decided to divide it into 5 separate parts.
The 5 separate parts actually represent the 5 days that we spent on the trail. So the Northern Loop is a 35-mile loop around the northern part of Mount Rainier. And we camped out for 4 nights, 5 days, and we gained, I think the trail gains about 8,000 feet in elevation over the course of the 35 miles. And so we did all of that.
So you might be asking yourselves, why would you subject your children to something like that? And the reason is that a few years ago, we decided that we wanted to give our children the chance, the opportunity to do hard things. And so we take them on hikes and try to get them to run and do some other things with us to stretch themselves so that they can grow. And hopefully someday when they leave home, they will know that they can do anything. That's our goal.
We actually have a group of friends, we have a club that we belong to with some friends that is called the We Do Hard Things group. And this group of friends, for the last several years, we've climbed big mountains together, we've done long half Ironman triathlons, we've done long bike rides, and we like to take on difficult adventures together. As much as we can, we like to bring our children along to experience these with us. And our goal in doing that is kind of like Heather said, we want them to grow up knowing that they can really do anything.
So for this trip, our oldest daughter Cora was not able to join us because she was at our church's girls camp. So we recruited our nephew, Tyler, he's 11, to come with us, and we loved having him.
So the day before we took off on this hike, we got all of our gear together. We spent a good chunk of the day getting our food assembled and our packs packed and going over our plans with the kids.
And the next morning we got up really early and we headed up to the park. It's about a 2-hour drive. Finally got up to sunrise. Then we strapped on our packs, took a few photos, and happy hikers that we were, we hit the trail. All right, here we are, starting our hike. Everyone's really excited about it. Ty, how are you feeling?
Good.
Sids?
What?
How are you feeling?
Great.
Awesome. How are you doing, Mare?
We keep going. Onward, upward.
So, Marin. She has been on several 20-plus mile backpacking trips, multi-day trips with us. But as you can see, she was not having it this morning. She hadn't made it but maybe 5 minutes out of the parking lot, and she completely lost it. This was the first time that she had anything more than toilet paper in her backpack. So usually that's all we give her to carry. This time she had a good 10 pounds on her back, and she was kind of feeling that. But we made it about a quarter of a mile up the trail, and she finally, after crying hysterically up to that point, she sat down. You see her throwing some rocks and just wailing and saying,
Yes, and everyone was looking at us like we were the worst parents ever and wondering what we were doing, dragging our children. They were the only children anywhere around. Everyone else was adults, adults hiking. We didn't really see any other children backpackers, so everyone really thought we were crazy.
Yeah, so it's a mile and a half up to Frozen Lake. That mile and a half took us well over an hour to complete. Marin had several moments where she would stop and just cry.
How are you feeling right now?
Sitting in the car.
Are you having fun?
No.
Do you like hiking?
No.
Have you learned anything today?
No.
No.
Are you starting to feel a little bit better?
Mm-hmm.
You are?
My shoulder hurt.
Your shoulder hurts? Okay. Are you excited for the rest of this day?
No. Just got to like the frozen lake place, and now we're gonna take a little break, and I'm feeling pretty good about it, and then we're gonna keep going for like a million more miles to our campsite.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
You having fun?
Mhm.
What's the best part so far?
Stopping here.
You guys have been sitting here, and one thing you haven't noticed? Here, look around up there in the shadow. What do you see up there in the shadow of that
Nothing.
hill? Do you see nothing?
I see some sort of animal.
Yeah.
Goat. I see a goat.
You see goats?
I see a goat.
There's
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
gosh. There's so many.
Yeah, there's kind of dozens of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I thought those were rocks. Yeah, me too. So many.
It was really cool to see a big herd of mountain goats, and from there we continued on into Berkeley Park, which Sydney promptly named Fairy Tale Dream Wonderland because it was so beautiful with a meandering stream and waterfalls and beautiful wildflowers, and so that was really fun. Even Marin liked it. Yeah. Is this pretty fun here? Mm-hmm. It is fun. Mm-hmm.
We stopped for lunch at Berkeley Park Camp, and we had our first real meal of the day, which everyone really needed and really enjoyed. And from there, it was a bit of a climb up into Grand Park. So this is our first climb of any real significance. We would do much larger climbs in the coming days, but this was the first time going uphill, and everyone kind of realized, oh, we got to go up and not just down.
It was hard.
It was pretty hard.
Here we are. We just got to the top, going right into Grand Park. We're in this beautiful meadow, and I don't know how well you can see, but there are butterflies everywhere. Everywhere we walk and everywhere we turn, there are little orange butterflies flying past us. There's one right down there. You can see it. Oh, there he is. There he is. Hello, fella. These guys are everywhere. What do you think of butterflies, Mare?
I just need a break.
Okay. It's kind of magical. One of the things that was really, really special about the butterflies is that earlier in the day when Marin was having a really, really hard time, we had said a prayer. And after we said the prayer, we saw these two orange butterflies kind of flying around, and then we'd go on and we'd see the same orange butterflies again, or at least Marin thought that they were the same butterflies and that they were following us. And in our family, my mom, Grandma Barb, says that whenever you see a butterfly, it means that you're doing something good. And so when Marin saw those butterflies, she felt that not only was she doing something good, but that also her prayer had been answered. That's what she told me, that she felt like seeing those butterflies, that her prayer had been answered. And so once we got up into Grand Park, and then there were just hundreds of these orange butterflies everywhere flying all around, for me that was a really special moment. Marin wasn't really feeling that special moment exactly at that time, but for me, I thought that that was pretty cool.
So we continued into Grand Park, and as we went along that part of the trail, we had a beautiful view of Mount Rainier. It was huge, and it was towering over us, and it was a clear day. So that was a lovely sight towards the end of our hike. In total, we did about 8 miles that day. We made it to our campsite, which was Fire Creek Camp. And 8 miles, I think, was not quite twice as long as Tyler's longest day hiking before that. So he felt pretty accomplished, and we all did. As we made camp, and we had the camp to ourselves that night, which was also kind of fun.
I was pretty excited to introduce the girls to their very first real wilderness toilet.
This is the toilet. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
Do you have to like go? Something's wrong with my eyes.
What do you mean?
Something's wrong with my eyes.
Why?
That's That's not a toilet.
Yeah, it is. That's the toilet.
Open it. I'm not opening that.
Yeah. Fancy.
Better than I thought. A lot of better.
What do you think, Mare? Here you go.
I'll go first.
You'll go first?
Yeah, but don't videotape me going. Go over there. Yeah, she keeps on videotaping people going poo.
No, I haven't.
She did it to me earlier.
No, I didn't. How's it going, Marin?
Stop it. She knows.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah.
It's been a long 7 miles, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you find your happy place?